Hey, 7K team, family, uh, exciting times. Lots has happened over this last 8.5 years. But the most exciting times for you and everyone that joins in this next 5, 10 years of this company's life cycle is is going to be during that time. It's a period of time which you call momentum growth in a company's life cycle curve. Many times it takes at least 3 to 5 years for those formative foundation years for a company to establish itself. Most times it can take, an average of 10, maybe even longer. But this company is fully established. It's there. Uh, the headquarters, the land, the buildings, the infrastructure, the first vault uh, built inside of the headquarters, all paid for. All the staff trained. Uh, then the addition of uh, MAXVault, Sound Money, Stacknsell, all develop softwares, uh, land, buildings, vaults, robots, uh, all paid for. Okay. And we got a base. We got the pioneers, those that have been with us, let's say longer than 3 years. You're part of that pioneering group. Uh, those have been with us for the full 8.5+ years. You're the real pioneers. Uh, uh, we went through those meteoric uh, uh, changes and development and stuck with it. Uh, very few people do that, but that's the people who can succeed and and take advantage of the momentum growth curve of an established company. That's where 7K is at. Okay. So some of the good news. Okay, here we are. Uh, it's mid-April 2025, and we're about to have an international convention. I don't know if many of you've looked in your like your enrollment. When you look in enrollment, select countries, see how many new countries have just been added this week. Okay, so basically, all of the European community uh, uh, countries are now open that you can enroll people in. Now, they will be the pioneers in their countries. Okay. They will be the first. They will be like the pioneers in the US, like the pioneers in Canada. Okay. Now, I say the rest of the world, even though we've been open in Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, UK, and a few other countries uh, for multiple years, Mexico. Uh, we really haven't had a lot of business there, mainly because of socio-political and health, the COVID years things. But now it's established, ready to go development. Okay, and everybody needs gold and silver. I'm not going to go over our gold and silver opportunity. It speaks for itself. When you look over the last few decades, those who have accumulated gold and silver, those of you with us that have been holding and stacking gold and silver, you understand. You have a story because that gold and silver you never had, and you need to learn how to share your story that, what silver you bought 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 8 years ago, what it's worth today. And where could you have done that with no risk, with a tangible uh, asset that we are growing, we're stacking a little bit at a time every month. Okay. And that's what we have taught. Well, this is what we're going to take around the world now, because everyone needs gold and silver. Our story is pure factual, okay? And so teaching people how to stack assets, how to protect their wealth, and how to grow their wealth, and how to become debt free. Okay. Now, if they want to participate in the income opportunity, that will only help them. But they all need gold and silver. Okay. Regardless of what your income status is, you need some gold and silver to be fully diversified, to have a real diversified portfolio. Okay. And to have an asset that's always worth something. Okay. Relative to paper. And that's the story of 7K. And we make it affordable to the average person. Now we're going to make it affordable around the world and make the income opportunity affordable to people around the world. That's why the introduction of 7K Pro, and that's why no shipping of a product with a membership anymore. It's in putting gold in their MAXVault, their Sound Money wallet. And then now they can actually buy incremental gold and silver on a recurring basis. They make the decision what they want to buy, when they want to buy it. Now, that does not make them active for the comp plan, but it gives them a way to accumulate up to $50,000 of precious metals with no storage fees and no insurance costs. Secure. And it's immediately available to them with no penalties. With a click of the button, they can turn it into whatever currency they need and have it shipped to their bank or have a check written to them and sent to them. Well, that's our Sound Money. So when they get a membership, and the $5.99 gives them the opportunity to accumulate up to $50,000 worth of precious metals on an incremental basis, and that fits their budget. And that's what every member should be striving to do. Build your Sound Money wallet up to $50,000 over the time. Make a plan for it. If you don't make a plan for it, it's not going to happen. Now, you can buy it at your discretion. You buy $20 a week, $50 a month, $100, $500, whatever your budget allows, but make one is the key. And you get it to store it and insured, fully insured. Now, this is for anyone around the world that of countries we're open in. So in particular for these new countries, and some of you are saying, well, I don't know anybody in Europe. I don't know anybody in these countries. Oh, no, you do. But you don't know you do. And until you're taking advantage of how to promote the opportunity, promote the business, and do it on a daily basis, what I teach in my job description, you're only 5 people removed from any person in 85 different countries around. That's a proven statistical fact. You know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone in any of these 85 countries. Now, we're not open in all 85, but we're getting there. That's the whole key. The company will be, okay? But if you're not promoting it, if you're not talking about it, if you're not sharing about it, then no, someone else will get attached to those people who know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, because you have an infinite left and an infinite right team. Okay? So this is kind of what I'm going to talk about is the international. I just made an introduction to it because we have 2 things, 3 things, really, 4 things, 5 things. You know, when you start thinking about it, it's amazing because, see, even if a person doesn't participate in the share plan, meaning they don't buy a subscription once a month, that qualifies them to participate in the share plan, makes them active. So if they're active, they can earn a check. If they're not active, they can't earn a commission check. Okay. So we have 5 subscription plans. Our 4 AutoSavers that we call them, either 2 of them are gold, 2 of them are silver. They're either coins or our gold note, our Holman notes. And the 5th one is the 7K Pro, which nothing ships. But even with our 4 AutoSavers, we no longer have to ship that. That can be stored. Now, it had to be shipped from 7K to MAXVault. So there still is shipping. I think there's some misunderstanding out there. So I'm going to get some things clarified today. There's going to be a shipping of the AutoSaver subscription from 7K to MAXVault. Okay. So that shipping charge will still be there. Okay. And so it will not be no shipping. Okay. So, and then there is a charge, but it's very minimal, and I'm going to go over that today, for storing the collectibles, the certified collectibles in Stacknsell MAXVault. Okay. So there is a charge for that. And we're going to go over that today. Very minimal. And you need to buy the credits for that before you start storing there, because if you don't, there's a penalty. It's twice the fee every day. And so it's called credits, but they're very, very inexpensive. You'll see that in just a second. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. And this is available for people globally. So they don't have to have these AutoSavers shipped to them, go through their country's custom procedures, whatever they may be, and it can be quite onerous and quite costly, and take a lot of time. Also, they won't have VAT charges and VAT taxes and all kind of other taxes and levies put against them until there is a way for them. But they can store them here in Idaho in the MAXVault, and they can actually market them through the Stacknsell. So everybody knows we have 7K, where we have our modern collectibles, and we have bullion collectibles, specialty bullion coins that are available for sale that you can buy and have shipped to you. Okay, that's 7K metals. Now, sound money is where we can buy 4 types of bullion: 2 gold coin and gold bar, and then a silver coin and silver bars. Okay, now the 2 coins are, of course, the American Eagle coins. The American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin, the American Eagle silver coin. The bar is a 100-ounce silver bar. But of course, most people can't afford to buy 100 ounce at one time. Well, you can buy what you can afford every month. $10 a month, $10 a week, $1 a day, whatever it is. You make that choice, you make that purchase, but you constantly need to make that. And when you get 100 ounces accumulated into your sound money vault of that bar, well, you can have that bar shipped to you if you want to have it. You just pay for the shipping and insurance. Okay. Same thing with the coins. Now in gold, it's a 1 ounce gold bar. So you can buy that incrementally, or you can sell it incrementally anytime. Okay. So this is the only place you can do that. Makes it affordable. And so everyone's goal should be to accumulate your $50,000 worth of precious metals that is paid, the storage is paid for, and the fee is if you got the $5.99 legacy lifetime membership. Bingo. That's it. Okay. That's what you should do. That's what every member should do. Now, if you're not participating in a share plan, you can still earn gold, and it's deposited into your sound money wallet. So if you share it with someone and they become a member, they link to you, you personally sponsored them. In other words, you enroll them. Okay, they enrolled on your link. Your name says you're their sponsor. Okay, and that's what that does. Okay, you will get an $80 instant gold pay as soon as they enroll, deposited into your Sound Money wallet. If they join with a basic membership, the 149, you'll get $20 of instant gold deposited into your account. Okay, that's called instant gold pay. Now, you may not be active in a subscription. You still get instant gold pay. Okay, now that means everybody should be referring this to their friends, relatives, and neighbors, and anybody they meet in the future, because they need gold and silver too. And so it's a way we can earn gold. Okay. Now, loyalty points is another way we can earn free gold and silver products once a month. It's kind of like a green stamp program, an airline mileage program. It's a separate little bank account that you get based on enrolling people when you make a monthly purchase of a subscription and several other ways. But the key is it's a lagniappe. It's something extra, okay, that a person can accumulate. Now, to keep those points in your bank, you've got to be active. You've become inactive for past your grace period, and they do give you a 9-day grace period after your 34 days, then you will lose those points. You'll lose commission points. You'll lose loyalty points. They just reset to zero. You're just a customer, and it's fine. It's okay. If you ever want to pick up again, have points starting to accumulate again, you subscribe to one of the 5 subscriptions we have right now. We're probably going to have more in the future. I don't know. We might have less. We might have more. But we're going to have a subscription that you do monthly. Okay? Now, that in essence is the opportunity and how the referral, how you qualify for the share plan, for the referral compensation plan. We're a member direct marketing company that has referral income. Okay, we don't have multi levels, none of that. We have a left team and a right team, and I encourage you to find out about the simple, highest paying referral comp plan in the history of direct marketing, in my opinion. Okay, and that's with separate information from this. So let's get right to what makes it really easy for this global expansion to go faster than what it did here for the pioneers in the base country in the United States when we were, building the business from scratch from the beginning. Okay. Their growth curve is going to go a lot faster, a lot quicker than our growth curve, because they have an infrastructure. We got a country in place. Got a company that knows what it's doing. It's got a lot of experience. Has got a lot of knowledge that they didn't have 8.5 years ago. A lot of it was learned experience, like we had, you and I, in developing our business. So that means international is going to grow quicker, faster. Okay. And that's going to be good for those people. It's going to be good for all of us. And it's going to be good for the company that we're affiliated with, because we want our company to grow and thrive. Okay. So let's talk about those AutoSavers where you can store them in the MAXVault through Stacknsell. So how do you do that? Okay. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And make sure you all remind me that I've got to do our income disclosures. Even though I didn't really talk about, I did talk about it. I didn't give detail, but I mentioned it. We're a referral marketing plan. Here's that 1-page plan. Okay. And these are the way we earn points that accumulate, and that subscription, one of 5, gives 15 to 20 points each month. Well, that's how we can develop a recurring income. Okay. So the membership is lifetime. So it's not renewed every year like we did for 8+ years previously. Well, now the company doesn't need to do that. So now it makes membership easier for everyone. Okay. So that's good, not bad. Okay. That's good because growth is what we want. All of us want growth. You want growth. Everyone wants growth. And we want people who will see and take advantage of the extra incoming opportunity and start their subscription. Okay. Then we have our little chart. So again, I wanted to just remind people of that because see, it's that AutoSaver, the one that we actually ship that can now be stored and it doesn't have to ship to your home, even in the United States, Canada, Singapore, the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Portugal, wherever. All the European countries are open. Okay? As of now, this past week. Okay? I'll show that real quick too. But since I am talking about it, I will go quickly to that income disclosure right there. So I want everybody to look at that. I want everybody to read it. And I want to everyone to understand, people are actually making this kind of money. But about 85% or so of our members are just customers. Okay. But look at the averages, look at the medians, and decide if you would like to take part in that as the company grows. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now let's go to our Stacknsell. So let's see how we set it up. Okay, first of all, you need to go to your Stacknsell account, and if you don't have it open yet, make sure you open it up. It's real simple right there in your benefits, and you'll have a code, and then you'll set up your account. Once you set it up, it's all paid for. You already get it with your 7K membership. So walk through that process. And once you get your account set up and you log in, you will go to settings right here. And in settings is where you want to make sure you've got yourself set. If you've got a $5.99 and this says 10, then you'll want to put in that ID code so that you are unlimited in the amount of coins that you can put into Stacknsell, okay? And not just 10, okay? So as a 149, you're only limited to 10. So you'll only be able to store 10 coins there, okay? Because that's all you can put into Stacknsell. Okay, so an upload. Now, you'll scroll down and you're going to see where you can add MAXVault stacking credits. Well, you'll click on either details or edit. You'll click on edit is what you're going to do. And then you can select the quantity that you buy. Now you must buy these credits before you start sending them to the vault, okay? Where you're directing 7K to mail them to the MAXVault from 7K. Okay, that's why you still have a shipping charge. Now you can buy as little as 2,000 credits. Now, what's a credit give you for $29? It gives you the charge for storing is 1 credit per day per coin. So for 1 coin to be stored for a year is 365 credits. So you could divide that 1 coin. If you just wanted 1 coin stored, okay, you could divide that 2,000 credits, okay, by 365, correct? That's what you could do. So you could take 2,000 credits, divide by 365, and you could store that coin for $29 for 5.5 years, basically, okay? That's one way to look at it. I like to look at it another way. Let's buy our credits the most effective way. typically, what are you going to do? You're going to, if you're starting to store them there, you're going to send one a month there. So just take 12 coins, okay? If you want to just kind of figure this out, 12 coins times 365. Now, you you're not going to be storing all of them but just take a look. You'll need 4,380 credits, okay? So you're going to need more than 2,000 credits, okay? So that's why you may want to look at what I look at, either buying 15,000 for 139 or 50,000 credits for $299. So if you look at 50,000 credits for $299, you'll be able to, that's less than a half a penny a day to store your coin. So what could you do with 50,000 credits? Okay, I'd say take 50,000 credits, okay, divide it by 365. Okay, that's how many days. You could store 137 coins, 137 coins in the vault for that $299 for a year. Okay. So if you don't have 137 coins, then you could do half of that for 2 years, or a fourth of you can just go down the list. If you're getting 12 a year, okay, times 5 years, that's 60 coins. Well, that 50,000 credits, store them for a lot of years as you add in more coins to it. Okay, so that's kind of how you figure out what you can afford, what you can do, but this is kind of how you deal with that. Okay, the $29 at 2,000. If you just take, and if you want to know your per day cost, you take $29 divided by 2,000. Okay, and it's a little more than a penny and a penny and a half a day. Okay, a little less than a penny and a half a day. Okay, to store a coin. Okay, it's kind of the cost. Store it, it's there, it's secure, and you don't have to ship it in to market it. When you market it in Stacknsell, it's already sitting in your vault, and then you can market it on the website of my Stacknsell, and then they would take it and put it into the vault of the other person, or they would ship it to the buyer and then ship you the money, okay, and take it out of your inventory. So that's how that would happen. So how do you find out about this? Well, as always, you go to your FAQ. You want to know more detail. You want to see it yourself, and I don't blame you. You go to your FAQ, frequently asked questions. You go to stack, because we're talking about stacking, and then you go down to the very last new question. How do I store my items in the vault? Okay, click on that, and then you will see kind of same thing I read. Okay, and the same thing we got a little notice on a while back, but a lot of people don't read our notices or go through that, and it sometimes isn't as detailed as when it gets into the FAQ. Okay, and so do you want to keep your collectibles secure? You can now store them at the Vault Max for your Stacknsell. Okay. And you can also, if you've got coins and you want to send them to Vault Max and have them stored, in other words, you've been receiving them these years and you want them stored, we'll talk about that in a second, but you can do that too. Okay. Now, so when you purchase your subscription, it will be sent from 7K to Vault Max. So there is still a shipping charge. Okay. And you can also, as I said, you can take coins that are currently in your possession and you can ship them to VaultMax, and I'll show you how to do that here. Okay, to do that, you've got to buy those credits that I just showed you about. So you want to buy your credits before you ever start storing or having a coin shipped there. Because if you don't, it's double the points. Okay. And they tell you that right here in this description. In your Stacknsell account, you go to settings like I did, click on edit, okay, add your credits, you decide what you want to buy. I gave you 3 choices. You can buy 2,000, 15,000, or 50,000 credits. Okay, $29, 100 and something dollars, and 199 and 299. Then, of course, 50,000 credits is the best buy. Okay, absolutely. And so, if you do not pre-purchase the VaultMax stacking credits, and you have your items sent to the vault, your account would be charged 2 credit items per day until you purchase the credit. Just like I just said. Buy your credits before you do this. Okay? Now, that's typical of any kind of company because you're adding extra cost to the process if you don't do it, meaning they've got to get people involved. They got to get money involved. They got to get untangled for you. Okay? So that's why the penalty. Okay? Just like in any other business that's there. So if you want to retrieve your items from the vault, then you will go to your My Stack. I'll show you this. You'll click on that gray items button. I'll show you that. And then you can request the shipment. So you can request to ship items to them that's in your possession, or once they're stored in the vault, and let's say you want them sent back to you, maybe you got to sell local. You don't want to sell it through VaultMax. You want to do it yourself. Okay. Well, you'll have them shipped back, or you want to have it physically in your hands again. Okay. Or you never had it in your hands. Now you want to have it in your hand. Well, you can have them ship it to you from your vault. Okay. So now let's go do that. Now, when you have things shipped to you, returned to you, okay, or you shipping to them, you can put up to 4 coins in one package. Okay? 4 coins in one package. Okay. And it tells us that right here in the FAQ. So let's go back to the website where I'm at, back to Stacknsell. Okay. In my account, I'm going to go to my stack. Okay. Now, let's say I want to ship items to them. Okay. I want to get this started. I want to ship it to them. Okay. I go to send items to Vault. Now, see, I don't have any stored in Vault out of my stack yet. I hadn't started this. Okay. I kind of like having my collectible coins in my own set, put my own sets together. I don't live in a foreign country. Now, this is going to be great for foreign countries. This is going to be super, and they can do this, and they'll want to do this. Trust me. Okay. Now, we can go to the vault, pull them out anytime. Okay. Physically. Kind of like going to the bank, drawing out cash from your bank. Same thing. Okay. So I would click on scan items, and then it's now, like me, I don't have credits yet, but it's going to remind you, hey, if you're going to send items, you're going to scan them, you better add credits. So go ahead and buy your credits, and then it's going to let you scan these items that you're going to send to put into the vault to hold for you. So you're going to take them out of your possession and send to them. Now, since I don't have any coins in the vault, I won't have that other item down here is to return items to me. There'll be another link. If you already have them stored there, where you can click and then you can pick the item and have it shipped. So you can pick 4 of them, have it shipped in one package back to you. That's how the process works. Now, they may have, enhancements, giving greater coins, but this is how it's set up right now. And then stay tuned to the FAQs and the process about any enhancements, lowering of cost or things like that. There may be a lowering of cost between shipping between 7K and MAXVault in the future. Who knows? Maybe an increase in cost. That shipping is something the company is not in total control of. The institutions they use for shipping is in control of that. They just try to negotiate the best prices they can, okay, for us, for you and me. Okay, so that covers how you do it. Now, how do you get it to go there? Okay, so once you in your account, let's go to your account, okay, and you can go to your subscription, okay, and then let's say I'm in my subscription right here. I have the Beauties of the World, okay. Now, in the Beauties of the World, I have it being shipped to me. So where do I have it that I want to add it to the subscription? Okay. Well, you go to your account settings, okay? And where you have shipping, okay, you will see when you unlock your settings, okay, I'm going to need to unlock my settings. I'm going to send a verification code. Okay. And then in shipping, you'll see I can have Vault Max become my shipping address. That's the default for my AutoSaver. Now, if you're buying things and having shipped to you, remember you will want to change your default, but in your orders, you'll have a check here say, do you want it shipped to this address? You can change the address. Okay, so just keep that in mind if you're buying things from 7K and having shipped to you versus your subscription for your AutoSaver that you want stored. And so you would do nothing more than set that as default. Okay, this option includes additional storage fees. Are you aware? Do you want to proceed? Now they're warning me. I don't have those storage fees yet. I didn't buy them yet. So they're giving me a warning, and I'm going to say, no, I got to go buy those storage fees. Okay, I got to buy those credits. Okay, so good. Now you know how to do this. Now you got a procedure. You can have, when people are asking you questions, you can send them this training on storing and how to do it and where to find the answers and where to find the materials and what to do and how to do it. Okay, that's why I wanted to do this for you today. And it's going to be very important for international, and it's going to be very important for you because I already have quite a few people. They already want their AutoSavers in their Stacknsell, in their Vault Max Stacknsell vault. They don't want to receive them. They don't want the risk of them being shipped, having to, somebody taking them and having to do the FedEx thing or all that kind of stuff. They want theirs stored securely. They already realize it's a very, very minimal, low cost type thing. And so that's where they want it done. And they don't have to pay for the shipping to ship their coin in when they want to market it in the future. It's already stored, it's already there, and it's a real simple click, 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 and everything goes according to Hall. Okay, hopefully, unless Murphy's around, right? Okay, good deal. So, and then of course, everybody knows you got your business hub. This is Saturday. Everybody starts here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's how everybody starts. Okay, but that's not how you end up, everybody. Now, this took me 8.5 years, and I've got a lot of 7K lifers with me. And unfortunately, there's a lot that dropped out that should have never dropped out. In fact, they probably will come back during the momentum building years, but they'll start over at the bottom. Okay. And that's okay because that's rightfully so. But those of you who have stuck around the flagpole, you're going to have some volume. And if you got 3,000, 2,000, you're just starting and you're building up and you're seeing 700 or 800 points coming up on one side, virtually nothing or only a few points on the other side. Hey, that's bank money. That's worth learning how to do. People have got 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 8,000, 20,000, 100,000, 300,000, a million points. Like I got 8.3 million points there. But this is my pay side, that's my bank side. It's worth learning how to figure out how to get one on your left and one on your right to build up where you can make a $500 check. That's worth learning how. But if you're not willing to learn how, well, you don't deserve it. Okay? It's just that simple. So if it took you 10 years to learn how, hey, that's a lot better than that 60-year Social Security plan. You ain't going to get that on your Social Security. Okay? Okay. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about comp plan today. I was here to talk about exactly what I wanted to share. Storing your AutoSaver in the MAXVault Stacknsell Vault and how to do it, where to find the answers. And since I did talk about income, referred to income, again, I will go through the normal disclosures that we all go through in 7K. None of us are financial advisors. None of us are telling you what's going to happen in the future. I'm not a financial advisor. You need to talk with people who are certified and qualified for that, but they may not give you the right answers, is what I'm telling you, because, they've been telling people for decades and decades not to buy gold and silver, and that's the wrong answer. Okay? I've made my fortune through gold and silver, not through stocks and bonds and all that other stuff. Okay? And so you just look at the history, you just look at the facts about gold and silver. Just look at the facts. You will see everybody needs some. Okay? And you may as well earn an income. Help us share something good with somebody else. And you can have the possibility of making these kind of income in a side gig, in a home-based business side gig. Accumulate wealth, earn gold, earn silver, and earn dollars. It's just that simple. It's worth your while learning how to do this if it takes you 10 years to learn how. And even if you just end up making an extra $500 a month or $500 a week on average, while you're accumulating wealth, secure wealth in God's money that you and God are in control of, not the government, you and God. Okay, nobody else. Well, I hope this was beneficial. I hope it answers the questions about how do you store your AutoSavers into the MAXVault Stacknsell, and how to go about getting it set up, how to get it, and what it costs you, and what the facts are as of now, which can change in the future. As we know, that's just the way business and life is. Things do change. because there's a lot of things outside of our control. I want you to all have a blessed Easter and a blessed day. Thank you for your time and your attention. Love each and every one of you. I want you to succeed more than we have succeeded. Trust me, I want that to happen. And I know people are going to, in the next 5 years, are going to succeed way beyond what we did. And they're going to be way, way below it. So it's not the people at the top make all the money with this. It's the people who do the most work. You get rewarded for the work that you do. Thank you.